Taking every set to failure is one of the dumbest things you can do in the gym, and it's probably why you're stuck, tired, and pissed off. I know this because I've lived it. I kept dragging myself to the gym for months, ignoring my body's signals, and feeling like shit because of it. I told myself that it was just a weakness, and I needed to lock in harder. But eventually, my motivation crashed, and that's when I realized I was doing something seriously wrong. So I sat in this very chair that I'm in right now, and I researched deep into why I felt like shit, and me and the internet cohesively agreed that it was because I was taking every set to failure in the gym. You might be sitting watching this video right now thinking, well, I've got a really good physique, so why am I even watching this kid right now? And that's a fair point, but the thing is, so did I. I was feeling exactly the same. I thought, surely I can't be doing the weightlifting wrong because my physique was actually looking pretty good. Now, obviously, the online lifting culture is just littered with steroid-enhanced lifters, and a lot of natural lifters, and especially teenagers, take advice from these people. And that's exactly what I did. I also was taking advice from people online who are just absolutely jacked out of their arse. But since we aren't actually in that state all the time, their advice just doesn't work for us. I found that the main thing that happens when you take every set of failure in the gym is that it fries your central nervous system. To put it simply, it basically just decreases the ability of your muscles to activate to the maximum intensity. So that kind of kills your gains already, because if you can't actually activate your muscles as high as they should be, then you're actually losing strength. Another huge problem with overtraining is that you're really running the risk of overloading your joints, and that'll just be a massive problem later on in life. So I personally just think that if you look after your joints when you're young, you won't have to face all these issues that you see your granddad facing now with like dodgy knees or a dodgy elbow. I don't want to just sound like a PowerPoint presentation, like I'm reading off some long ass list. I promise this is the last one, and this was the biggest problem for me, and that's desensitized dopamine receptors. That ties directly in with low motivation, because say you've just done a massive heavy lift and you're really proud of yourself, it's a new PR. If you have desensitized dopamine receptors, you won't feel as happy because your body can't actually feel dopamine as well as other people. You should be like, yes, I've just done a PR, but instead you're like, yeah, I've just done a PR, that's cool. You're miserable as fuck, basically. And when you don't feel as happy as you should be meeting your goals, you're gonna question what's even the point anymore. Just don't let your ego get in the way of you doing what's right versus doing what makes you feel good in the moment, but it doesn't actually make you feel good long term because you're killing your gains. The solution was found when I discovered reps in reserve, which is basically how many more reps you've got left in the tank before you could reach failure. So imagine you're doing chest press, you've done 6 reps, and you think you can get one more, but you just stop, and you purposefully don't do that other rep. That would be 1 rep in reserve. You'll probably have little voices in your head at first telling you, no, I should be reaching failure every single set. But that's just because you've been so programmed by what you've seen online, by all these steroid enhanced lifters and people who are just giving you really poor advice. I've been doing this for months now, and I've seen improved performance, and I've also seen much better days where my motivation isn't in the fucking toilet. But yeah, if you've ever gone through the I can't be asked to train right now phase in fitness, drop it in the comments what got you out of it, because it might genuinely help someone who's watching this right now who's also experiencing the same struggle that you faced. I also just really like reading about other people's experiences, to be honest. It's quite nice. I think that's about it for today. See ya.